Niharika and thanks for clicking. Well, in today's lesson, we are going to look at world currencies. Now, different countries have different currencies. In fact, there's another word for currencies which is monetary units. And in fact, what kind of money you use depends on where you are living or depends on where you are traveling to. So in this lesson, we are going to look at the major world currencies. Of course, the most major world currency that is traded is the US dollar, and then the second place goes to the euro. But there are 167 official currencies that are circulating around the world. That's quite interesting. Now, I haven't included all the 167 currencies because that's not quite possible, but I have included the most major world currencies. So we are going to start with Australia. Now, in Australia, the currency that Australians use is the Australian dollar. Now, we also have an ISO code for each and every currency. So for Australia, for the Australian dollar, it is AUD. Okay, let's move on to another country, which is Austria. Well, Austria is a part of Europe, and the currency that's used in Austria is euro, and of course the ISO code is EUR. Alright, then let's move to Brazil. Yes, well, in Brazil we use Brazilian real and the ISO code is BRL. Let's move on to another country, which is Canada, the cold Canada. Now in Canada, the currency that we use is dollar. Okay, it's Canadian dollar to be specific. And the ISO code for Canadian dollar is CAD. The next one is Chile. Now in Chile, the currency that people use is peso, and the ISO code is CLP. Let's move on to another one, which is China, the great big China. Now in China, the currency that we use is yuan, and the ISO code for this currency is CNY. Alright, then we also have Egypt. In Egypt, we have the Egyptian pound. Okay, to be specific again, it's Egyptian pound. And the ISO code for Egyptian pound is EGP. Let's move on to another country, which is France, again a part of Europe. So we have the currency that we use in France is euro, and of course the ISO code is EUR. I haven't included Germany here, but again, France, Germany, Spain, okay, so all these countries are a part of Europe, and the currency that is used is euro, and the ISO code is EUR. And whereas the last one here is Hong Kong, and if you are going to Hong Kong Disney, then yes, the currency that you would use is dollar, the Hong Kong dollars, and the ISO code is HKD. So these are the few countries and the few different currencies that are used in these countries. Now let's have a look at some more major world currencies. So here are some more major world currencies. We will start with the country India, and the currency that is used in India is rupee. That's how it's pronounced, whereas the ISO code for rupee is INR. Then let's move on to another country, which is Indonesia. Well, the people of Indonesia use the currency called rupiah. Okay, that's how it's pronounced, rupiah. And the monetary units or the ISO code is IDR. Then we have Japan, the beautiful Japan. Well, the currency that's used in Japan is the Japanese yen, and the ISO code is JPY. Let's move on to another country, which is Kenya, and the currency that's used by the people of Kenya is Kenyan shilling. Okay, so to be specific, it's Kenyan shilling, and the ISO code for Kenyan shilling is KES. Let's move on to another country, which is Kuwait. Well, in Kuwait, the currency that is used by the people of Kuwait is dinar, and the ISO code for the currency dinar is KWD. Then we have Malaysia. In Malaysia, people use the currency called ringgit. Well, yes, that's quite an interesting name. Well, that's how it's pronounced, as ringgit. And the ISO code for the currency ringgit is MYR. Okay, let's move on to Mexico. Now in Mexico, the people of Mexico use the currency called peso, and the ISO code for peso is MXN. All right. Then we have the beautiful Switzerland. Yes, if you are visiting Switzerland, people might think that the currency used in Switzerland is euro. Well, it's not euro. In Switzerland, people use the currency called franc. Okay, that's how it's pronounced, as Switzerland franc or the Swiss franc. And the ISO code for Swiss franc is CHF. All right. Then we have South Africa for you. In South Africa, the people of South Africa use the currency called rand, and the ISO code for this currency is ZAR. Okay. Then we have Turkey. Yes, Turkey, the land of beautiful museums. Well, in Turkey, the currency that people use is lira. Okay, and the ISO code for lira is TRY. And then the most common or the major world currency is UAE, of course. In UAE, we use dirham. Okay, that's how it's pronounced, dirham. And the ISO code for dirham is AED. All right, so these are the most major world currencies. Do not forget the US dollar. Well, I haven't included because yes, we all know about US dollar and of course about euro. So US dollar and euro are the most important currencies that are traded in the world. So now, wherever you're traveling or wherever you are living, I hope you know what currencies are used, how exactly they are pronounced. Okay, so I hope this lesson is helpful to you, and I'll be back with a new lesson soon. Till then, you take care. Friends, I am Niharika and welcome back to a new lesson. Well, are you currently trying to pick up a new language to learn? Or do you fancy learning a new language in your spare time? And probably you have decided to improve your English skills. Then I believe that this is the best decision that you have made. Now in this lesson today, I'm going to help you with 5 reasons that explains that why you should learn English.